for operations with functions, this next video I'm going to focus on dividing and composition. So first I'll do dividing. It's a little easier, and then I'll do composition. So get a pen. So for example, so this one would correspond with number 20 in your worksheet. But continuing off from last time, this is example number 3. So they ask in number 20 for f divided by g. So let's go ahead and just do f of f divided by g of x. So this is just fancy notation for saying f of x divided by g of x. That's all I want. So all we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, f is 3x plus 1, and g of x is x plus 2. Now, you can't simplify any of this. Nothing is going to cancel. Yes, there's 2 x's. There's 1 x on the top, 1 x on the bottom. But there's some addition going on, so we can't just cancel off the x's. So we are going to leave our answer like this. So and that's all you got to do for that one. The next part's a little bit harder. It's the composition of functions. So this is, this is number 4. So example number 4, and this one would correspond to number 18 in your homework packet. So what you want to do for composition of functions, let's do f of g of x. So remember, composition of functions means you do the outside function first, and then you do the inside. So the outside function is in this problem. We're just going to write down what f is. So f of x is 3x plus 1. So there, we took care of the outer function. We did f of x. Now we need to do the inner function. So now we need to do g of x. So we took care of the f, now we need to do the g. So what we're going to do is, instead of writing x there, we're going to write g of x. So f of g of x equals, and we're going to do the same thing. Instead of writing x, we're going to write g of x. So where is there an x in f? Notice there's only one f there in x. The only x in x, the only x in the f function is here. So we're just going to replace that x with g of x. So g of x is x plus 2. And then we'll put our plus 1 on the outside, because we can't just ignore it. That plus 1. So next, we can simplify this a little bit. Let's not get too lazy. Distribute the 3, so we get 3x, and then 3 times 2 is 6, and then the plus 1 hanging out there. And then just simplify that a little bit more. So this is 3x plus 7. And that's your answer for that one. So for composition of functions, you start with the outer function, and then you replace all the x's with the inner function. So notice, instead of having x here, I now have what g of x is. G of x is